Yeah, so this was we moved into the space back in 2019, and I've already talked about the textiles program. So that's our base funding, which is for 60 places. And then we went, as some of you probably did, to see Tracy when she brought out the extension last year. She started talking about it, I think. So we went and said, hey, we've got these ideas. What do you think about that? And particularly, I think you even touched on it, Peter, it was around our whaikaha who are teched up to the max, really. They've got all the technology, but they're very limited in where they can be and how they can access services. So from that point of view, Tane has developed a program around, based on te reo and tikanga classes delivered electronically. So that's really the space that we've moved into, and so we've taken on an additional 30 places for that. The other area is in our, last year we took a punt and we just opened a shop in the village. There was a space there, and we thought, well, our people need a place, not just to be able to sell their awesome arts and crafts, but also to get that interaction with the public and that experience in retail space. So we thought, well, let's just do that. We'll take a punt on it. And that's turned out to be very successful. It's very popular. We have around 10 to 15 on it of our whaira and whaikaha who volunteer in the shop each week and run it. And so now we've formalised that with some places in that space as well. And then we're also looking at how can we take our horticulture initiative, our nursery in-house, and move that out into the community to be able to support people, to be able to access horticultural in an affordable way. As you know, many of our whaira and whaikaha in their spaces, if they're not in supported living accommodation, if they're in flats and things like that, maintaining their sections is a real problem. So it's to be able to try and support them. So that's where we've kind of expanded in this last year and over the next period. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Tony, because I think that could be
that's us.
end.
I just wanted to say really quickly that working with some of our disability whānau around our online programming, tikanga and reo isn't just specified to language and protocols around what that language is, but there's sensory work that's also involved in this. So our facilitators have sensory kaupapa that kind of puts these resources together, and they're careered to our people that are kind of at home and are unable to access places like the top of that mountain over there that a mobile person with the technology could, and take you with them, along with sensory work that's there for you to be able to touch, feel, smell as a result of what that looks like. Now, research tells us that here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, that is something that's been researched on because it's not available at the minute. And we're really excited because a lot of our whānau that are in the disabled space are saying, yeah, they're rolling around with computers on, like, literally, at our service, rolling around with little computer screens and able to communicate in a technical way that even able people don't understand. And there is a sphere of thought with our whānau that are in those spaces are so far forward in technology, we still yet have to catch up. And that's kind of where we are in this new innovative space that we're doing around our participation in this MSD space. When you have a collection across the rohe, across the region that are saying, yeah, because I'm not in any service. I don't go to any of these services that are in this room. I'm at home. And I just take care of myself, and I think I'm all good with that. These are the vulnerable, hard to reach rural whānau sets that are not seen because they are just happy with where things are at, I guess. But there are more in that space that are prepared and willing to come into an online situation that still keeps their autonomy in their space, and then working eventually to come into the turning point space and work in other programs that are available there. It's a doorway and an entryway into the plethora of what's being offered. And we now have 33 other offerings here. And that's the exciting part, Jill. That's the exciting part, Peter. And just to finish off, thanking e koe, Milton, te rangatira o te kaupapa. Well done to you, sir. Well done to you. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep being the face of who you are in the communities that you are serving. Because it's through the good work that you have done, and I've only known you for a short period of time, that we're now standing here doing this. So this is the impact that people in our community can do. So well done. Kia ora tātou. Happy to take questions, Peter.
Anyone got any questions for Tane or Tim? I think it's always good for me when I come to meetings like this to see that I'm outside my own enclave. I start to look wider and see what else is out there. That the sector I work on is the disability sector, but it's not the only part of it. There's many facets to all people's lives, and that we can all have input and we can all have value in our community. And so I welcome to watch and hopefully work alongside Turning Point Trust. I know we're going to have some discussions in the future, and work alongside to change that perception that everyone had over the years of Turning Point Trust. I had a long association with the Historic Village 25 years ago myself, and there was a reputation attached to different things. And that's been a hangover. So I really welcome the opportunity to work alongside you guys to change that perception, to get and add value to the people's lives that you're supporting. So welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rob.
I don't mean to be rude, but it's okay if I could take my leave soon.
Oh, sorry. You got me instead.
I
got quite a
Just taking a note. Just taking a note.
Thank you, Tane.